Today, I'm going to show you how you can transfer apps and data from Android to iOS. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy A54 and an iPhone 17 for this video, but the process is going to be the same for basically any Android phone you're currently on. And Apple actually made this way easier than it used to be. We're basically going to use Apple's app called Move to iOS. You can transfer messages, calls, photos, and even some apps as long as they're supported. So first of all, you need to get your iPhone to this hello screen. So if you bought a new iPhone, it's just going to turn on to this screen itself. But in some cases, if you got a used iPhone that's already set up, you would first need to erase it and bring it back to this setup stage. And if you did get a new iPhone, you don't need to do the factory reset. So I'm just gonna put a timestamp on screen and in the description, so you can skip to that part if you don't need this first step. So I'm just gonna pop up a screen recording real quick here. The way you do this is you go into settings, then go to General and scroll all the way down until you see Transfer or Reset iPhone. Hit that and go to Erase All Content and Settings. You're just gonna hit Continue here and it's gonna guide you through the process. It's really easy to do, basically 2 clicks. Once the factory data reset is complete, you're gonna be greeted with this hello screen and we can continue on from there. Okay, now that we got that handled, the first thing we're gonna do is go to our Android device, go into Play Store and download the Move to iOS app. It's this one right here. We're going to install it. Open the app here. Agree to Apple's privacy policy. Hit continue. Agree here. On this screen, you don't actually have to send usage data, so we're just going to hit don't send. And we have to give the app some permissions here, so just go to continue. Allow location while using the app. Turn on notifications, and you're going to be greeted with this window where you can choose if you want to transfer files with Wi-Fi or cable. If you have a lot of files, connecting your phones with the cable, it's going to be a bit faster depending on your Wi-Fi connection. I'm just going to use Wi-Fi. The process is exactly the same, but if you want to use the cable, this is where you would connect it. And now once we hit connect, we're going to jump to our iPhone and just go through the setup process real quick. So I'm going to choose English, country or region. I'm just going to choose Serbia because I am in Serbia, but choose your own country. Or Serbia, why not? We're going to hit continue here. Setup without another device. Use selected settings. We're going to connect to our Wi-Fi. Once that's done, your iPhone's going to activate. Just wait until it's finished. Here with data and privacy, we're just gonna hit continue, hit adult here. Face ID, we're gonna set up later. And actually most of these personalization settings I'm gonna skip for now, but you can do all of these things later because it's just not relevant to transferring your files and the video would take much longer. So for now, we're just gonna set up later. And once you get to this transfer your apps and data screen, in our case, we're gonna choose transfer from Android. And as you can see here, our new iPhone has already showed up on Samsung's screen. We're gonna hit continue. On Android now, we're gonna tap on our iPhone 17 and we're just gonna type in the code that popped up on the iPhone. So continue, type in the code from the other phone and they should be connected. On Android, you can select items that you want to transfer. So depending on your use case, you can just select everything or choose app by app. For this video, we are going to transfer everything that we can. And in some cases, you're just gonna have to grant different permissions to the app for some of these here. We're just gonna select all of these one by one. You can also include apps. And if you have some files stored locally, like basically if you have some downloads or something like that that you want to transfer, you can add additional files at the bottom here. Just go through the folders that you want to transfer and hit use this folder at the bottom. Most of these are empty for me, but if you have files here, you can transfer those as well. Hit allow and you can see this new folder added to the bottom of the list. Just hit continue and the transfer should begin. Now, depending on the amount of files that you have, for example, if you have a lot of photos and videos, this might take a while, but in each case, we're just gonna have to wait it out. Once it's done, you can see here that says transfer complete, and it shows you everything the app was able to transfer. So when it comes to your Android, we're just gonna hit done here, and we don't need that phone anymore. Everything else we're gonna do on the iPhone. We're just gonna hit continue, and we can log into our Apple account here. If you don't have an account, you can create a new one. Once we do that, it's just gonna take a few seconds to sign in here. And we're almost done, I promise. We're gonna set up Apple Intelligence later. But again, you can do all of these things right now if you want to. It just has nothing to do with transferring files. Skip the action button customization as well. Hit continue. And there we go. Our files are officially transferred. You can see all of these apps that it transferred from your Android phone. The messages are also transferred, as well as our call history, contacts, and photos. Now, I didn't have a lot of photos on my Android, but as you can see here, the ones that I did have are now on the iPhone as well. Oh, and by the way, if your iPhone still has a physical SIM card, you can transfer it right now, or even at the beginning of this process, it really doesn't matter. Now, when it comes to some messaging apps like WhatsApp, for example, all of them have different ways of saving and transferring your data. So, for example, Signal and Telegram are connected to your phone number, while WhatsApp is as well. You would need to go into settings on your old phone and transfer your chats to iPhone. So basically go to WhatsApp, go to settings, chats, and then you'll see a tab here that says move chats to iPhone or transfer chats to Android. Both options are available. So it's a much easier process than it used to be. Both Apple and WhatsApp themselves have simplified it quite a lot. It used to be very difficult to do it in some situations, but here it should be done pretty quickly. Now, all that's left is for you to log into all of your different apps and accounts, and you should be good. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Oh, and I'm also working on an iOS 26 home screen setup, which will be the next step to what we just did in most cases. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see that, as well as a bunch of other phone stuff. Okay, bye.